Hey everybody, Bill Stainton here for Producing Results. Well, it happened last night. The 50th anniversary of what's been called the single most important event in the history of rock and roll. It's really rock and roll's Big Bang. The night that these four guys, there we go, boom, 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 boom. These four guys appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Now, yesterday and today, our theater's been jammed with newspapermen and hundreds of photographers from all over the nation, and these veterans agree with me that the city never has witnessed the excitement stirred by these youngsters from Liverpool. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles!
I don't know if you were around to watch it or not. I was 6 years old. My mom actually woke me up to come down and see these weird guys called the Beatles on television. And somehow they captivated an entire nation, 73 million people. That was a record for years to come as far as being one of the highest rated television programs of all time, to watch the Beatles. Now, what was it about them? Now, we know that they went on to redefine rock and roll several times, over and over and over again, but we didn't know that was going to happen 50 years ago. 50 years ago, we didn't know that the Beatles were going to redefine an entire generation. We didn't know that back then. And yet still somehow they captivated the country. So how did they do that, and how does that apply to your business? Well, I think it comes down to this. They were different and they were exciting. It was impossible to ignore them. You know, whether you liked their music or not, and there were plenty of people watching that night who didn't get it, didn't like the music, didn't like the hair, whatever, but they were impossible to ignore. So think about yourself and your business. I don't know what business you're in, of course, but are you conducting your business? Are you marketing your business in such a way that you are impossible to ignore? Imagine your customers looking for a product or service that you offer, and they're looking at all the options. They're looking at your competitors, they're looking at you. Now, what is it that's going to draw them to you? What is it that's going to be different and exciting and impossible to ignore? That's what the Beatles did. So think about that with your business. What can you do within your business so that you too will be impossible to ignore? It worked for the Beatles, it can work for you too. Now go out there and produce great results today.